Yeah, so it's my first time, and wow, that was it was incredible. But it's funny, as soon as I thought it was just questions and answers, and then as soon as you started asking her and going further, I almost took my hand down because now my heart's beating fast. I'm scared to be seen here.
Oh, okay. Can we bring the part of you that feels scared? Can he come in? Yeah, we hold you. You can bring her into your arms if you want. Hold her hand and let her know that she's safe. And you're here to hear her and let her cry and let her free. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Stay with her. And you can let her know that you are going to be there for her from now.
Oh. Oh.
You see her?
Yeah.
Okay. Is she holding your hand?
I'm actually like holding her like,
Into
around her
your hug,
body.
in a hug.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
her head's on my chest.
Okay. You can tell her that she can be with you, come to you anytime, when she wants. Okay?
Oh.
Just take care that there's a part of you that protects you with her, so you are also having this part in acknowledgement. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes parts don't like, protectors don't like to make you go straight to the traumatized little girl or little boy without his
Yeah.
permission, agreement. But it allowed, and that's why you're there.
Mm.
Yeah. So hold them both. And just keep holding her and let her know that over next days, I'm going to come back to you every day, and I will even come back to help you share your story with me, share your pain, and even free you up from what you're holding since the age of 8. But I'm here to be with you. And is welcome to come. She's welcome to come anytime. See if you can bring her in front of you
Mm.
and ask her what does she need? What does she want?
Just wants to be loved and supported.
Can you tell her that you are going to do it for her? Yeah. Are you able to promise to her that you're going to do that? Yeah. Okay. Let her know.
Yeah.
Now ask her how does she feel?
Not really sure.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. It's the first time you've been in contact with her, so she needs to
Yeah.
take time to trust you, which is okay.
Yeah.
Let her know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let her know. So I understand. It's the first time I've come here with you to you need time to trust me, but I will be here with you every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And ask her what is her favorite place, a place where she feels safe and good.
It's in my room.
Yeah, okay. Ask her, let her know that she can come there anytime. Be there. Okay.
Yeah.
You know that place
Mm,
where it is? Yeah, you know that?
mm,
Okay,
mhm.
so what you can do once you finish here, go and sit in
Yeah.
that place and be with her.
Okay.
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 That's the, that's that's good for today.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you guys, everybody holding space. Wow. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you,
Mm.
Christy. Thank you for being here. So what I would, because your 8-year-old just, she wanted to be seen and heard by everybody and by you. So just, so what she will need, so okay, so now I'm being more technical from a process point of view. So I just want you to, because she came in and she wants to have her audience with you immediately, and so that's brilliant. However, what you tell her is you have to go through her, the protector, so who is holding the space. Okay, so the one that you started when you started the process today where we're stuck. So go through it. Okay, I will we will post the recording to trauma. Go through it. You'll say, well, the 8-year-old, because that's how she came in. Okay, and then go through the process which is there, because she needs, and then repeat it every day for 5-7 days, because what she needs is from you. That's why she told you immediately, I'm not so sure. Of course, I, I'm so I don't know how old you are, but it's been many years since you have gone to visit her now first time. So she doesn't trust you yet, okay? And you are in a therapy mode, you're here with me. She says, I don't know, I have to trust you. So this is why what she would like is for you to kind of repeat the process, go back to her. That's why go to the place where she feels safe. So she will come to you. She needs to build a trust in you. And the way she will build trust in you is that if she feels that you are going to keep her safe, which she didn't feel when she was 8 years old, right? That's why, okay? And so in your conversation with her, you she will tell you things, she will tell you her stories, you hear them from compassion, you hear them, and then there's a process to ask her when she feels safe that she releases them out. Okay, and so you help her be free. Okay, as she starts to free herself every day, you are going to feel much stronger because now you are not more, and she's free. And so that that process will actually help you change something important. And so, yeah, when you go out, sit in that place where she said, and just love her and tell her, thank you very much for coming in. Yeah, thank you, Christy. Jim, go ahead, my dear.
Manu, thank you. Manu, take this hand down, right? Oh, is that again? Sorry.
No worries.
Um, Thanks for the session today. Today I wanted to focus on an area that I have with a property management company. I wanted to focus on building the energy that I require to deal with this issue. Um, that was my focus coming into today's session. But it never, when going through your talk, which was so beautiful, I could only focus on the one issue, and that was my mother. um, always, um, and it was forgiveness, to release, um, to release, to 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 help her to pass, I had the words in my head and how to try to speak them. They're so different. Um, yeah, to forgive. I think it helps a little bit.
Forgive who?
Well, I guess forgiving my mother. I guess. But also I'm wanting to release myself of the burden of anger.
For her.
And to
Yeah.
for events. Yeah, towards her. Um, um, which sounds really harsh. Um, but for her to find peace, you know, um,
There you go.
and maybe in that finding of peace, maybe I will also find peace. But to release me of the anger that I feel. But I think more important for her to find peace. I really would like for my mother to find peace, the peace in her passing that I know that she never had in life. Because if a person behaves,
Is she there or she passed?
she passed, yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So which means that it's actually what you are holding within you that seems to be keeping you stuck, right? That thing which is what you hold. And I think it kind of said it in that as many words that it's what I'm holding within me for her so that I can forgive her, if you have to use the word, okay? And then eventually it's also forgiving myself from that. And in that process, she finds peace because you find peace with her.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay, so did that come up when you were working? Yeah, your mother came up, right?
Yeah, the image of my mother came up, and I felt quite emotional at one stage in terms of I've mentally heard myself saying to find peace for yourself.
That's the so the intention of this. Where you went, its intention is that's why you heard the voice. Find peace for yourself. This is what it's telling you, right? And it's holding all the energy around the mother.
Yeah.
So the little boy Jim that went through many events,
Yes,
the
yes.
mother is what he's holding on to.
Yeah, I did and see myself as a small child.
Okay.
Uh, um, but only, I mean, in terms of a small child, 5 and under, above, not so much, and above, not at all. Um,
Yeah. So
yeah,
the 5-year-old that's holding on to things that he had to go through related to mother, and then it's still holding till now. So what you do is you go through this part of you that told you, okay, this is what you're holding on to, and the intention is to bring peace. And then ask it, saying, can we go to the 5-year-old and help him to release? And if it says yes, which it will,
Yeah.
because you are feeling that I need to move on and get free. So then you work with the 5-year-old and you help the 5-year-old free itself up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Manu, thank you.
You're most welcome. Margarita, go ahead, my dear.
Hi, Manu. Hi, hello, everybody. Um, it was difficult to choose the topic, and I was lost. So the session started on, and I was like, hang on a second, what am I doing? So, but then I was still confused. We were like about 5 minutes in, I'd say maybe 10, I don't know. I started making faces, so something came up through my face. Pretty nasty character, and the image was from old Russian cartoon. Yeah, it's like an old lady, very greedy, angry, super angry. Her name was Shapaklak. So anyway, but the cartoon is from my childhood. I mean, this image. It just came up that it actually from my childhood. But anyway, so she was making faces. She was really disgusted with something, and then I was trying to talk, and then maybe it was her or another protector who was super angry again. That happened another Sunday. I don't know if it's the same one. I think it's a different one. So angry, didn't want to talk. Just I was like, what do you want for me? It's like I wanted to die, to die, and that's it, disappear.
I think it has come one more time before I remember that.
So
And then
then I was trying to talk, but it's kind of difficult because I'm listening to you guiding, you going on, and then I'm trying to talk to this part to have a conversation. It's kind of like in and out, in and out. So at the end, it was a little bit, just tiny bit less angry, but
is it still angry? So check, is it still there?
there are two. There is this lady, Shapaklak, and then there is this angry one.
And so the Shapakrak, it has already identified itself. It's taken you to childhood. You can do it on your own. Okay. So let her know.
What can I do with Shapaklak? Like through the
You go through the trauma. Yes, correct. Because,
trauma video.
exactly.
Okay.
I think there's a story as a child. Now it's come through image to her. So she signifies something, this character. And it'll take you to childhood where it started, and it'll take you through the process. So let it know that thank you for coming in, and I'm going to work with you. I promise you can do today, tomorrow, etc. Just let her know that you're going to work with it, character. So it feels acknowledged. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ask her, is it okay that I work with this super angry part, if it doesn't mind?
To ask her or ask this part?
No, ask her.
Okay. Hold on.
I'll come back to you later, if you're okay. Is it okay that we work with this super angry one?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank it. And just make sure because you promised you work with it, huh?
Yeah, I need to come back.
Otherwise they get not happy.
She'll kick my butt.
She will kick your butt. Yes, correct. Because you promised and you didn't do. Okay. because they like to be like you. They want you to respect so that they can respect you. So now bring this super angry one. Where do you feel it? Just invite it and come in.
Oh, oh, very uncomfortable.
Where do you feel it in your body?
Oh, kind of the whole body. Oh my
Okay.
God. Oh,
Does it show as an image or it's just sensation?
sensation. But the
Okay.
image is something like a boy. Yeah.
Okay.
Masculine.
Okay. That's
Skinny.
okay.
But
So
angry.
yeah. So can you connect to the image?
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when you look at the image, how do you feel?
It's like, wow, very weird. It's like a boy, but bold and mm,
So see if you can
ugly.
become curious. Just see if you can become curious.
Okay.
So I want to know a little bit about this image that is coming up.
How do I feel? You ask. It's not
It's
pleasant.
just saying it's so the way you become curious, saying, let me understand a little bit about you. I
Mm,
want to know more about you. I understand you're very angry.
mhm.
Okay. It's like, you tell to your friend, you are very angry. I don't feel the anger, but you are very angry. Okay. And I am just curious to know a little bit more about you. So you don't feel its anger, you feel curiosity.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a muscle that you make, but I think you got it. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. You
Yeah,
got it?
it turned it's his back on me, but he's looking over shoulder.
Yeah.
But he's
Okay. Yeah.
angry.
Yeah. Yes, he's angry. So let him know I understand you hold some form of anger.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. And tell me, what do you want from me? And stay curious, huh?
Oh, no, it doesn't want to say anything. Not ready to talk.
Doesn't want to talk? Okay. Ask it what should happen for it to talk to you or to me? Is it willing to talk to me?
Um, why should I talk to you? She said.
Okay. Yeah, but just so that I can help you, if you want to be helped.
Um, help yourself, he goes.
So let me
Like, I
know.
don't need your help. Help yourself.
Help yourself. Okay. So ask it, saying, why are you angry? What makes you so angry?
Mm. He says that I know, so why do I ask? I know anyway.
So it says you know. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Do you know it?
Um,
Saying I'm still. If you know it, then acknowledge it. It looks like it doesn't feel you hear it. Huh? Doesn't feel like it heard. It's a little bit like what happened before.
he says again, why should I tell you? You know it.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay. So do you know it? That's my question to you, Margaret.
No, right now nothing comes up. Uh,
So now ask from curiosity again. No, I
mhm,
really don't know. Tell me, give me a hint.
mhm.
What is it about?
About your brother.
Yeah, there you go. So there's something that it's been trying to tell you and you have not heard it. So that's why it's turning its, so angry. It's angry at you, it's angry at me.
So because I ignored it, I didn't pay attention.
You didn't pay attention. That's why I was saying, before saying, please go back and check. This is what they do. Because they become so upset that you go to a therapy session or something, you promise to do something you don't do. So can you apologize to it and say sorry?
You know what? He's actually turning. He's looking now more like my brother, actually, from the back.
There you go.
He's changing his image.
There you go.
And
So
he's
say
not,
I see. So can you say I see you now?
yeah, he turned his face.
Okay. Yeah. So apologize that you did.
Apologize.
Yeah, that you did not hear it before. Now you will do. Is it willing to talk to you?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now ask him his name. Well, how do you want to call him?
Actually, it's the name of my brother.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. Saying I got your name, and I'm going to come back.
Wow.
I'm going to have a conversation with you. I promise tonight.
This is him right now. It's like it's my brother. The image is now.
Yeah.
This is him, but younger.
Okay. So can you let it know that you are going to you are okay to do it today or tomorrow morning, whenever?
Yeah.
Okay. So let it know. So I promise I'm going to come and work with you. And see if it feels okay and it feels acknowledged.
Yes, he believes this. I said it's important for me.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So let him be on his way. Okay. And
This is
see
my
if you
brother.
can.
I think he's 18.
Yeah. There you go. So okay. So he's gone. So tell him I will come back to you.
Okay.
It can stay around to hear what I'm going to say, but
Mhm.
now you focus your attention to me. Okay. So now it's a little bit more technical.
Mhm.
When you have somebody at home that is an oppressor or somebody which is basically constant, and it happens mostly in home environment. Okay, it can be a father, mother, or a brother, etc. Okay, which is very, very oppressive and very strong. Your inner system builds a part which is mimicking the other person, completely mimics. Okay, why does it do it? Because it has to anticipate the next move of the person so that it can protect you. Okay, that's what it does. Okay, and the problem is that even if the brother is gone, this part in you is still alive.
Yeah.
And the part you saw is actually what you, as Margarita, as a little girl, had to build within you as a personality to handle your brother. But it doesn't serve you anymore. That's why it's so angry.
I mean, this age of 18, it was when he left home. He left home at this age. He went to army.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, so go back, bring him in, and go through everything which he holds. So it's just for you to
Go
know.
through trauma or just talk to him about everything or
You talk to him about everything, and because it's actually you're talking to a part of you that mimics your brother. That's why you saw his image. And it's your receptor side. Okay? It is not your brother. It's the one that handles your brother. But it becomes a personality of your brother inside of you. But then others don't like it. And so that's why it's telling you, I don't want to talk to you. I'm angry at you because you don't hear anything, what I say.
My God.
Because your system rejects your brother, right? It doesn't
Yes.
like your brother.
Yes.
And so it's like you have a part of you that is equal to your brother, which is hated by everybody else. And so you don't hear it. Of course, his voice you don't hear. And so, but it holds. Why it's there is because it had to handle or manage everything that you went through from him, with him.
Yes. And
So
that's, sometimes this anger, or hurt, from
whatever you had to go
happened
through.
between two of us,
Correct.
sometimes it just comes out so strong. It's so overwhelming. I had it today and I was trying to run from it because it was too much.
That's why it doesn't want it to speak. Not even to me. It didn't want to speak to it because it feels nobody is hearing me.
Mm.
Okay? You promised it, so go back, work with it, ask it, and to go through the healing of trauma story. Start with the brother, start with the image. Ask him, when did you start? What happened? There's a younger version of Margarita, could even be very much younger.
Yeah.
So
Manu, can I actually have a conversation with him in IFS? Is it okay?
yes,
If I
in
actually
IFS.
tell him everything I think about him, because I have this anger, and pain.
There you go. So he sits,
It hurt me.
and why today? Because the session was called I'm Stuck.
Because what?
Today's session was to unstuck. I'm stuck.
Oh my God, yes.
So you're stuck with that. This is true for everybody.
Totally.
Whatever came up today is the key to holding you to
Totally. And it's
changes
connected
into
to
your
my
life.
mother. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. Yeah.
Same for others.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't probably, I don't even need to run this video. I really feel like I want to.
You asked a few questions, but the reason you have to run that part of the one, because you have to go and work with the little Margarita, the younger Margarita, and heal her.
The exile.
The exile. Because why did this image of your brother got created is because of what Margarita had to go through in her years from her brother. That's why. So you have to work with her.
Okay.
The younger one. So go do that.
Yes, I will do that. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Thank you for sharing.
Wow, it's amazing how it works.
I agree.
It's amazing how it unfolds.
Look, we are all here. Yeah,
It's
we are all here. It's exactly. And I think what came to me when you're speaking was, for each one who is here, please note that the story that came today is the key to unlocking wherever you want to go. It's what is holding you back. So pay attention to the story that came up today.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Your example is this one, but also the one before. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you
Most
so
welcome.
much. Manu, thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, Laura, go ahead, my dear.
Hello. So this is I'm new to IFS.
It's okay.
Yeah, so I going through this, I think it was the sound therapy part that really got me. I mean, I started crying really hard, like almost heaving, and I usually don't cry like that. I usually just, have some tears, coming down my face, but it was very emotional because it seemed like you were talking to me. It's in my family, there was just a lot of sadness and depression, anger. My parents had a very toxic relationship, and it affected my brother and I. My mom and I never really had a good relationship. I mean, she would get mad at me sometimes and just not talk to me. So it was really hard for me to understand, why she was doing that. Was I a bad kid or whatever? So she still does that to this day. I'm a grown adult, and that's part of what is bothering me. Like today is Mother's Day, and I sent her a gift, and she doesn't respond. So I call her, I text her, and it hurts my heart. But I am learning to accept it, and I just want to deal with whatever I have to do to heal. And so when you said, that during the sound therapy that this sadness and grief is something they're carrying, it spoke to me, and I was thinking that explains a lot, because they're good people. Sometimes things are good, but most of the times they're not, and it's something that I think has affected me, where I feel stuck in my life. I went through my divorce, and it's been many years, but I find it difficult to move on with my life, where I want to have I have the environment by myself, but I think my inner child is scared to open up and try to find a new relationship, because when the questions that I was asking, like, what are you scared of, it was like, I'm trying to protect you. And I would ask, well, what are you trying to protect me from repeating the same pattern in your family history and carrying all of that, bringing that sadness and that grief and that anger and carrying it to your future and present. So it's like a distrust, not trusting me and not trusting other people in this world, other men. So I feel like I'm a trusting person, and so that's a contradictory feeling that I struggle with inside, that for some reason, like, it's a feeling that I have, for some reason I've been attracting guys that I don't find attractive. I'm not interested in them, but they kind of keep pursuing me. And so that's part of what creates this anger inside me of, like, okay, what am I doing to cause this?
Okay. So there are two things that come to my mind, even though you're new to IFS, don't worry. Doesn't matter. In a term, it's a language which is simplified, so you flow with it, and as you flow with it, you will get it. There are two things that come to mind. One is that you are carrying, part of your story is carrying the burden of your
Maybe you need to listen to it.
part of lineage. Okay, so
Okay.
so lineage means your mom and your father. And it's interesting, when the tuning fork came in, I stayed for about 30 seconds with that thought, and I didn't speak it out. And it kept coming back to me the same, that, oh, because normally there's a resistance from the father, normally when we do the work with the tuning fork, but this time there was not a resistance. It was, they were carrying sadness from their lineage, and then they were creating somebody new. So this is time of inception, and that thing got implanted into you, which is what they were carrying. So, and they didn't, as you said, they're good human beings, but they were not aware that they are falling. I mean, now you can do what we are doing, but our parents had not such resources most of the time. Okay, so you have lineage. So there is something called legacy burdens, which is like it's not something you went through as a trauma, but it's something that you picked up because
It feels like a karma.
that's another name, correct.
Uh-huh.
But this can be freed up. Even if they are present, they are alive, or they are not, doesn't matter. It is the energy that you are holding coming from them at the time of your birth, okay? So that's one part of the story. And if you have joined into the water, I will post, there's something called legacy and burdening process, okay, which is quite straightforward. It just basically identifies, okay, this is what comes from my mom, okay, and it just goes into the lineage and clears up everything in her lineage, and then you repeat it with your father because he also carries, etc. So you free yourself from them. However, so that's one part of the story, okay, that I would recommend you do. So you do for your father, you do for your mother, so you free up their energy into your lineage, what you call karma. However, you also went through your own experiences, like you said, you went through divorce, which means not only you have picked up from them, but you have also picked up stuff from your own experience, which is the part that came up and said, well, it's afraid of that you will be hurt again, etc., etc. Okay. So then in that case, well, whoever came up today, when you were doing your even if you did not think that you are doing correctly, it doesn't matter. Parts, they show up and they express themselves. When you talk to them, they will express with ease. Okay. And whoever came up today is also the one that is keeping you stuck.
Wow.
Okay.
I had an image of
Okay, good.
a memory where my dad, I was sick, and he came in the morning to pick me up out of my bed. I think I had the flu, and he was carrying me to the couch. And I remember that like it was yesterday.
Okay, so yeah. So see if you can use that image as an anchor to go deeper into that. Find out what is it holding, what is it intention for you, what is it afraid would happen, that 6-year-old girl go back to heal her, release her, whatever she's carrying. And she may have a lot of stories around it. Not only that, what you just showed you. Okay. And that's what, like you're just acknowledging. Okay. So what happens is as she frees herself, okay, you feel more lighter and free. Maybe this is the key to your story, or maybe this will reveal to you other stuff.
Okay.
Because how, like we were just working before, you saw, we started to work, there's a part of her which was sad, and then another one came up which was very angry, and then another one came up, etc. So our paths are always there, okay? However, when we do the work here, we ask all others to step away, because otherwise it's a noise and you cannot then focus on one, and hence you get lost, and then they get lost, and the whole system stays status quo, okay? Which is how we operate all the time, okay? Which is why sometimes it's difficult to move on. So when you start to work one at a time, then it starts to help you release what you are holding on to first, and then bring up other part into the picture. And so they have the inner system is very intelligent, it's very knowing, it knows what to come first, second, third, okay? So play with that, okay? So I reiterate, what I invite you to do is first work with the legacy burden, because legacy, the one that you carry from your mother, is not because of any trauma, etc. It came to you from your birth time, okay? Because she was also carrying from her lifetime, and so was your father, okay? So there's a lineage of that, and you can free her yourself up, but most important also them. And in many cases, okay, what they say is that when you do legacy and burdening, it sometimes helps to create different relationships.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so that's one thing to do. Second one is you work with this image that you got through a process of trauma release.
Okay. I think right now the relationship I have with my dad is a lot better, but the relationship with my mom has not improved, even though I moved so far away. You know, she still gets mad at me or my dad. But the interesting thing is she doesn't get mad at my brother. So I kind of think it's because they have similar personalities and he reminds her of her dad. But it's very frustrating for my dad and I because, you know, she'll get angry at us for something we say or do. We don't do anything intentionally to hurt her. But there was one time that she apologized. That's the only time I remember her, you know, a few years ago, was telling me, I'm sorry for getting mad at you. She never apologized to me before that. So I kind of feel like, yeah, she's carrying a lot from the
It's a
problems with,
protection, yeah, correct. Her
yeah, the
stories.
relationship she had with her mom that wasn't good.
Yeah, there you go. Now, what you can do is how you look at her and perceive her by healing your little girls or many versions of girls that have gone through tough time. And and also you release the legacy burden you carry, as you do your cleanup within you, you may come to her very differently. And that may not trigger her because she has a receptor side in her system that immediately gets triggered, and then she starts to do what she has a program that runs autopilot, right? And it's got nothing to do with you.
Okay.
But as you take it, it's to do with you, that she's rejecting you, and then you do something around it that triggers her further, and then you see she just, you lose her. Okay. And so when you work on yourself, you may change the bond, when I call energy bond, between the two, that may sometime, many times, changes the way the person looks at you because it's no more triggered.
Oh,
Most of the, you know, in this work that we do, and like we were doing today, okay, I'll take the example, we were just working with Margarita, okay, before, I mean, she had an angry story. She would know the anger, but she doesn't know where it comes from. So your mom has no idea why she suddenly gets triggered. She has no idea. All she knows is something happens, and then you see a version of her, right? And then your system reacts to that,
right.
and now you're in that dance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you work on yourself, you start to prevent, in most cases, even not provoke. And so she will see something different. Many people that I work with come back and say, oh, my mother says you have changed, or my father, or whoever. Okay, something has changed in you. And so people notice, pay attention to that. Okay, so yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're most welcome.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Lynn, for posting. Yeah, that's the link for the legacy healing, but I will also post the one, yeah, for the work that you can do. Okay. All questions done. So thank you, everyone, for being here, for your presence, and we will see you next time.